Welcome to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you'll hear about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Now, let's join your hosts, Spivvy Williams and Terrible T Guy.
Welcome, guys, to Event Radio. This is going to be a really cool show. This is probably, or it is, the largest show we have ever done as of last year. It is the most listeners of any show we did all year long last year. We are at the Tri-5 event, Beach Bend Raceway, Bowling Green, Kentucky. The fun event, the best event for 55, 6, and 7 Chevys. And it's done right here. It is a huge event. It has surpassed Hot Rod Reunion as far as being the event that everybody comes to. They come early. They come to the convention center. They hang out. They do fun things. And the Tri-5 event is a killer. There is an event that's close, but none that equal this one. There are a lot of good events. There are 26 multi-day events this year at Beach Bend Raceway. And the Tri-5 event is the killer. It's the big dog on the block, and we're going to get to introduce you to some of the people that are here from all over the country to be at this event and make this event such a huge success. We're going to ask a lot of questions about owning a 55, 6, and 7 Chevy, and we're going to bring you the fun stuff that these guys are going to get to see for real. We're just going to bring it to you on the radio where you know what's going on, what's happening, and we just sort of fell our way into here. We're going to start this out before we get to the racetrack. We're going to start it out at the convention center where everybody comes in to meet and greet, to have fun, to introduce themselves to each other so that they can become lifelong friends because they have the common interest. They have the interest of the 55, 6, and 7 Chevy, which is the coolest hot rod on the planet, and we have them all right here this weekend, Bowling Green, Kentucky. And Event Radio gets the pleasure of introducing you to some of the players. We get to go to the event. We get to see all the cool stuff, and we get to bring it to you. And you, as I said, this is the largest show we have ever got to do last year, and there were so many listeners we were amazed. So don't go anywhere. Just sit back, relax. We're going to introduce you to some of the guys that are making this whole event history, and we will be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, you are back from the Tri-5 event, the beginnings of the event at the Bowling Green, Warren County Convention Center. This is where everybody comes to meet each other, to meet and greet. And I got a really cool lady that joined me. What is your name, ma'am?
Sandy Engelman.
Miss Sandy, where are you from, dear?
Our home's in Florida, but we drove down from Central Ohio today.
So let's see if I can get that right. You wound up in Bowling Green, Kentucky. You left Florida. You stopped for lunch in Ohio, and then you came back to Bowling Green. Is that right? Is that pretty close?
Actually, we're snowbirds. We spend time in Florida in the winter months and Ohio in the summer.
Where in Florida? My sister lives in Florida. That's the reason I'm asking.
Just southwest of Ocala.
So that would be
town.
close. That where?
Just southwest of Ocala, in a little town called Inverness.
Inverness, okay.
We're about 18 miles from the Gulf.
Well, my sister lives in the Villages, which is right down there. She
crows,
got more money than I got.
By the crows fly is about 15 miles from us.
Okay, well, she's got more money than I got, so she can live there. And her old no-count brother has to stay around here. How many? So you got what, 55, 6, or 7? Which one?
We have a 55 in Florida. We have a 56 that we drove down today.
So you all like the double deals. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and these boys want to listen to this because you're going to learn something. And I have to ask this to a lady, okay? Back, if you watch the movies American Graffiti, or you watch Hollywood Nights, or you watch any of those real cool car 50s movies, the Ultimate Hot Rod is not a 55, 6, or 7 Chevy. The Ultimate Hot Rod is 32, 3, or 4 Ford, be it the California Kid, be it whatever it is. But that's the Hot Rod. The Hot Rod image of the 55 came from a movie called Two-Lane Blacktop that had James Taylor in it. Now, let's get out of the way so this guy doesn't run over us. We don't want to cause, because that sort of looks like a Two-Lane Blacktop type car, right? Pretty close. All of a sudden, you guys may want to listen to this and figure the answer to this too. All of a sudden, the 55, 6, and 7 Chevys took over amongst the young people as the ultimate hot rod. They pushed the other coupes out the way. Why was that? Okay, idea?
I like them, that's why.
You like them, but there was a reason. I mean, they were the ultimate hot rod, Gail. Why do you think? No answer. Now, you're a pretty lady. Come on, you know the answer to this.
We are prejudiced towards the Tri-5s. I think they're nice cars.
Okay, all right.
Every year had their own distinct.
Yeah, I understand all that. I mean, I grew up in that era too, so I understand all that. But there is a reason that these cars became so popular with the young people. You got any idea? All right, I'm going to give you another hint. What was the most fun activity dating back then when you had to deal with these cars?
Drive-in movies.
Imagine that. Boy, you're getting closer. And how much closer could you get with your girlfriend in a car that was almost the size of 3 bedrooms and a bath versus a 32 or 3 or 4 Ford? It was a big bench seat. She got to sit close, and you had a big time at the drive-in.
Yeah.
So you reckon that might have been part of it?
Yeah, and you could hide quite a few people in the trunk.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Lady, I tell you what, you have been fun. You have been a player to go along with my crazy antics. But we thank you for coming to this event. We thank you for being our guest on Event Radio. We thank you for having fun with us. And we only let you listen. I mean, we only introduce you to just a few people. That's okay, too, isn't it? You don't.
Yes.
So you're not intimidated at all to talk in front of a few people.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Would you be interested to know how many people listened to last year's Tri-5 show?
I don't know. I know they had over 1,800 cars there.
But how many would you think where this little show goes?
I have
listen
no
to
idea.
Would it shock you if it was 242,000 people?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, well, we reach out and touch a few.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Okay, listen, thank you so much for coming. We hope you have a big time this weekend at the Tri-5 Nationals. This is one of the premier events that come to this city. This one has taken over as popularity from Hot Rod Reunion, several of the others. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for asking me.
Hey, we had fun. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having a blast. We're at the beginnings of the Tri-5 event that's going to go on all weekend here. We're going to have just too much fun, and the fun police are got to be close behind. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, you are back on Event Radio from the Tri-5 event. And trust me, this event draws people from all over the world. This event is fun for everybody all over the world. And I met a friend walking up through here just having a big time, hanging out with his buddies and pretty women and all that stuff. It's a rough life. But when you meet him, he might sound a little different. What is your name, sir?
Russell Blackshaw from Australia.
Where, oh, boy, I tell you what, Crocodile Dundee and the whole deal. Now, is it? Let me ask you something. What's it like being from Australia and everybody you meet in this country thinks you're Crocodile Dundee.
Well, everyone thinks we're Poms from England. But,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
Which is a bit of an insult, but no, it's all.
Is
good
it
fun.
really?
It's all good fun. Yeah.
Listen, my friend, you're into the car hobby. It's
Yes, sir.
fun. You're having a good time.
Yes, sir.
Did you come? Are you here just for this event?
This is one of the events. We're over in Louisville for the Street Rod Nationals,
Okay.
and we booked in to come here for the weekend, and we entered. Yeah, so
You know, you just might have more fun here.
I think we will.
The Street Rod Nationals is a great event. It's fun, and there are a lot of cars. I mean, there's tons of cars.
Too many.
Yeah, it wears you out going. But the thing here, you get to not only see them in this setting, you get to watch them drag race.
Yes, that's
You
it.
get to see all of the cool stuff tomorrow at Beach Bend. Have you ever been to Beach Bend?
Yes, we have. We've been here with the Good Guys events a few
Okay,
times.
all right. Yeah, I
so-
like good guy stuff.
Yeah. So, but it's the first time I've been to the Tri-5 Nationals.
Okay, well,
And,
you might ought to pencil in. I know you just don't leave Australia and stop by. I mean, I realize that. Let me ask: do they have country ham and sweet tea in Australia?
No.
Well, we got
No,
to indoctrinate you, buddy.
I've been into the donuts and a few of those things.
Well, now donuts are a staple, buddy. In this country, donuts are a
That's it.
staple. You know, that's a staple food.
Yeah, and hamburgers and French fries.
Yeah, well, yeah, we
And
have that.
I love the liquid cheese.
Liquid cheese.
Yeah, you guys got that
Liquid.
American.
What do you mean?
That pour-on cheese.
Pour? Oh, like nacho cheese.
That's it.
All right. See, I got to learn, buddy. All right. What's the ultimate food in Australia?
Oh, geez,
What do you have?
Pretty much what you guys have, but it's we don't have like sweet sourdough and all that. We just have bread.
Just plain bread.
Yeah, and no, pretty much what you guys eat. Yeah.
Okay, but it's pretty much burgers and.
Yeah,
No.
look, we have meat pies and things like that, but you guys don't have a lot of that here.
Well, like a chicken pot pie, maybe, or something. Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Nothing like it, but
Nothing like it, but we're going to call it that. Listen, my friend, it is so cool to have you on Event
thank
Radio.
you. No, it's great.
We have a lot of listeners in Australia
Yes.
that listen to this show. This show goes all over the world.
Oh,
It's an
cool.
internet show. Last year is the biggest show out of. We cover every event, 26 multi-day events at Beach Bend. We cover all the Corvette stuff that comes into
cool.
the city, and we do a lot of other stuff too because this is what we do. You know, we do this every week, but it's cool to get to meet people like you from
thank
all
you.
over the country. We become friends, and we get more and more friends, and man, it makes it great. And I hope that you have the biggest time over here. That
we do, and the thing we find being car guys, it doesn't matter where you go in the world, everyone speaks the same language. And
Yeah,
we're-
yeah.
we're coming to America, this is our 6th, 7th time now, and everyone makes us feel welcome.
well,
it's a great country.
We want to, buddy. And Event Radio wants to always make you feel welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And there's a couple of more events you might want to come to. That boy, you just have a big time. And there's an event called the LS Fest.
Oh, okay.
And it's done by Holly, one of our sponsors.
Yes.
And they have everything as well as the car show, but they also do drifting.
Yeah.
They do engine swaps.
Yep.
They do autocross. They do, Lord, they do everything. They have country music shows. They have everything in it.
So you guys got the life.
We try to have it all.
Yeah, living the dream.
No, well, I don't know about that, my friend. Listen, I won't keep you because you'll lose those good-looking girls you were walking with. See, I wouldn't want that.
That's what we're hoping for. But-
Hey, let me ask you something. Does that accent get you some pretty girls, or you got one you got to keep full
Well,
time?
I've got one we've got to keep full time.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, it must-
I'm always open to options.
Oh God, thanks
Just
a
don't
lot.
tell them that.
Thanks a lot, my friend. You just told. You know how many people you just told that to? Do you have a clue how many people you
Too
just?
many.
Yeah, quite a few. There's last year. If this had been last year's show, there'd be 242,000 of you told it
Oh,
to.
good.
So we want to make sure not get you in any trouble.
That's it.
We'll keep it a secret
That's
between
it.
us.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, my friend, for
you.
being on Event Radio. This was wonderful. I'm going to give you a little something so you can remember us.
Oh, terrific.
But we want to thank you for coming to Bowling Green, Kentucky. We want to thank you for coming to Beach Bend, and we want to thank you for coming to the Tri-5 event. We hope you have a blast.
Oh, we will. Thank you. It's a
All
great
righty.
country.
Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun, and we're meeting friends from all over the world. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, you're back from the Tri-5 Nationals, Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're at the convention center, and boy, I tell you what, we're having too much fun. And I'm riding down through here, and, man, I turn this golf cart on its nose. I see what may be my favorite car ever, because I had one as a kid, a 55 two-door post wagon. What is your name, sir?
My name is Jeff Lucas,
Jeff, where are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Ooh, I know lots of people. I know, let's see, who do I know in Memphis? Gosh, I know a bunch of people. I know Gary Henderson at Comp Cam.
There's a bunch of folks that live there.
Oh, yeah, I know Raymond Godman. I don't know,
yeah.
you know Raymond. I know, he's a friend. I asked him how come he wasn't mayor of Memphis, and he said he wasn't that crooked yet. But Memphis is one of my favorite places. I used to drag race at Lakeland Raceway.
Okay, yeah.
Back there and stay out at Lakeland Inn, and we have a lot of fun. But before then, when I was a kid, and my girlfriend, we went riding in a 55 two-door wagon that I had, that I absolutely loved, and I pulled a drag race Corvette with it.
Okay.
I held the NHRA national record in an A-Sport Corvette back in the 60s, but I used a 55 wagon just like yours as a tow car.
Yeah.
But now I did some stupid stuff, and I got to tell you what I did. This is funny, and you'll get a kick out of it. My wagon had a 327, 375 Corvette fuel-injected motor on it.
There you
in
go.
it. It was a 4-speed, and my mom bought. Have you ever seen the whiskey barrel chairs?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, they had swivels. Well, I thought it'd be really cool to take the legs off, bolt them to the floor of the 55 wagon, and it'd be just awesome to have whiskey barrel bucket seats.
Yeah. Why not?
It would have been great if I had taken the swivels off. But what would happen, you'd get after it, you'd change gears, the darn thing would spin around, try to throw you in the back seat, you know?
Yeah, you got to put some locks on.
You have to do something.
Don't, swivel around.
But I did that. How long have you had this car, sir?
I've had it about 12 years.
So it's a family member, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Go everywhere in it.
Yep. We've probably put a good 5,000 miles in traveling.
Having fun.
Different places.
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. Well, that's what's fun, buddy. That's
yeah.
what's fun. It is Slurple Purple. You know,
Yeah,
that's what I call purple anyway.
I like to call it Deep Purple after one of my favorite 60s
rock
groups.
bands. Yeah, boy, I'm telling you what, they did rock and roll, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I tell you, it's. I'm trying to think. I think one of the back that. Of course, I'm old. So you're young and I'm old.
I don't think we're that far apart.
Well, I had a Muntz 4-track tape player in it.
Okay, maybe you are older than me.
See, I told you.
I started with an 8-track.
Well, no, buddy, I beat you. I was way ahead of that. Matter of fact, I wound up buying this thing from a guy from the West Coast, and you couldn't even buy tapes. But I had a couple of them, and boy, I was a bad boy with those two.
I bet you were.
Well, one of them was Beach Boys, I think, so I was okay.
Yeah,
you know, it fit.
Yeah.
So you having fun at this event?
I am. We got here yesterday, and after a brief little trouble with the car, I ended up with a gas tank leak that I got fixed this morning. So we're back in action again.
Well, hey, as long as you're having fun, all that matters.
That's all that matters.
You know, as long as you have a good time, as long as you're smiling, and as long as you're above ground, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then it's fun anymore.
Yes, it is.
You know, any car you ever wish you had other than that one?
Actually, I already have it, and it's
Okay.
at home. That's a 32 Ford 3-window coupe.
Oh, I hate you. I absolutely hate you. That is the one car that I have always wanted. And in the previous interview, I talked to a couple up there, and I found one years ago at a Good Guys deal in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Black car, highboy with, I mean, not a roadster, but a coupe, three-window, fenderless car. I don't know what you call them, but a fenderless car. Had flames on it, had a roll flame job. I mean, I fell in love. I wanted that car so bad I couldn't stand it, couldn't afford it. And you know, like I know, there's a sea full of 32 Fords, but the one you have is special.
Yes, it is.
The one I wanted is special.
Yes, the one I have was one of the first hot rod drag cars in Memphis back in the early 50s.
Uh-huh.
It belonged to a guy named Jack Friend,
Okay.
and he was in with the
Bob Taylor
Lunattis
and
and Bill Taylor and who did you mention a while ago?
Raymond Godman. Yeah.
So he was contemporary to all of them, raced with them, knew them all.
Yeah,
So it's part of Memphis history.
Well, I tell you what, my friend, I love your 55. I know I'd love your 32 Ford. But now, I wish to get your lady over here because I'm going to get her to answer a question, and I want her to hear, and you might be able to hear because this is the ultimate. You are the ultimate couple here to answer this question. We talk about in the beginnings of hot rodding, if you watch the movies, American Graffiti or Hollywood Nights or any of those things, the 32 Ford was the ultimate hot rod. And you guys have one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, a little later on with the young people, the 55, 6, and 7 Chevys came around, and a wagon is a bad choice to be asked this on. But they came along, and they pushed the 32 Ford out of popularity and became the kids' ultimate hot rod. And it still is. It still is. If you look at this event, you'll figure it out. Why is that?
I don't really know.
Well, how about old Stud Muffin here? You think he knows? Whatever. What do you say?
All I can give is my opinion is the classic styling, the lightweight of the cars. People look at these cars and they say, "Man, that's a heavy car."
Come on. Now let me ask you: did you grow up in that era?
Which era are you speaking?
The 55, 6, and 7 Chevy era.
Sort of.
You were a young guy. You were a young guy, and you dated and all that.
Yeah.
What did you do back then for entertainment?
Drove around a lot.
And you went to the drive-in
We
movie.
went to the drive-ins, yeah.
Yeah, well, now let me ask you something. You've got both cars. Which one are you more comfortable to take her to the drive-in in, with the 32 Ford where you can barely get your feet and legs in there, or the 3-bedroom and a bath car that you wind up with a big old seat that you can go over and hug her a little bit?
Now, you do have a point there, yes.
I thought I did.
Yeah.
Guys, that is why the 55, 6, and 7 became the popular car amongst the young people. This
Room.
was... there was a bench seat. You got to hug up with your best girl. You got to go to the drive-in. She got to kiss on you a little bit.
Yeah.
And see, that was fun then. You couldn't do that in that old 32 Ford you got.
I'll tell you a little story my uncle told me.
All right, tell me.
He had an old 34 Chevy.
Okay.
This would have been back in the 40s.
All right.
And he had the passenger window was broken out of it.
I see.
And when he'd go courting.
Oh, surely not.
Courting.
Okay.
When he'd go
courting. That's a new word, courting.
He never fixed that window.
Okay.
Because it would be cold outside. And so the cold wind coming in would force
she'd have
her
to scoot
move
over. Don't scoot over
toward
here on
him.
me now, buddy. I mean, no, we're playing. No, and that's cool.
Yeah.
You know, and guys can justify anything. How many times that 32 Ford run out of gas with her, buddy? Had the smallest gas tank in the engine, about the size of a thimble.
Actually, it's still a project.
Okay, all right.
I haven't driven it yet.
We're having fun. Listen,
That's it.
thank you guys for a couple of things. Thank you for coming to the Tri-5 event. Thank you for having fun. Thank you for bringing this old boy some really cool memories by looking at your 55 Chevy. I love the wagons. I think they're the coolest thing on the planet. And for you stopping and agreeing to be on this little radio show and talking for a few minutes, this has been a treat for me.
Well, you're quite welcome, and thank you for inviting me on. The wagons are very nice for hauling stuff, too. We can,
okay.
We
All
can
right.
put a bunch of stuff in the back of the thing.
Yeah,
and
buddy,
take off
I'm
down
telling
the
you.
roads.
I'm gonna tell you one quick wagon story, and you will die laughing. This is
Okay.
funny. We used to drag race. I told your husband that, or I presume it is, that my 55 wagon, I used to pull a drag race Corvette with it. Well, we first started out pulling it with a tow bar, but we graduated to a trailer. We wound up really stepping up.
There you go.
The only problem is we didn't know that there was a difference between an 1 7/8, a 2-inch, and a 2 5/8-inch trailer hitch ball.
Oh, I think I see where this is going.
Yes, it was. We put the Corvette, and it was 66 big block Corvette. We put it on there, and we were heading to Hardinsburg, Kentucky, to the drag races on Friday night. Well, to get to Hardinsburg from here, you got to go through a little town named Morgantown. Morgantown only has one stoplight. They only have one. We elected, the old 55 I had was a 327 fuel-injected car, 4-speed car, total hot rod that got about a mile a gallon towing the Corvette.
Yeah.
So we decided before we got too much country road, we better stop at the one and only service station in Morgantown, Kentucky at the red light and buy fuel. We pull in there. I didn't think anything was wrong. Pulled up next to the fuel thing, and the little man came out. He's dying laughing. He's pointing and laughing. Well, I'm about to take offense to this, you know. I mean, I thought he was laughing at my girlfriend or something, you know. I mean, she wasn't real pretty. But I'm sitting there looking, and he comes out grinning ear to ear, and I said, "What's wrong?" Well, the Corvette and trailer had come loose as we were coming in there, and it was sitting at the street bobbing. He said, "It's candid camera, ain't it?" You know. So, needless to say, I thought we were done of deal, but my old 55 made it, and we had fun, and I love that old car, and thank you for letting me relive it. Just
You're
a
quite
little.
welcome. I'm pleased to be here. We're having a great time. The weather seems to be really wonderful right now.
No rain. That's good.
We had a little sprinkle a little bit ago, but it wasn't
Well, a
enough.
little liquid sunshine.
Yeah, it didn't even scare the shiny boys back in their trailers.
Hey, that's okay, buddy. You know, those trailer queens got a place too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Listen, guys, the Memphis Connection, we got to let go, but we had a ball meeting you, sir. Thank you so much for being on Event Radio. Guys, we're having just too much fun. The fun police are not far behind, so I guess we better move on. You're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, you are back from the Tri-5 event. We're at the convention center right now. We haven't made it to the track yet, but we're finding a lot of fun folks that are here to have a great time, to have fun. And I run up on a real pretty lady sitting in a chair, and I asked her, I said, you want to be on the radio? And she said, why not? What is your name, ma'am?
Melody Lindemuth,
All right, where are you from?
Arcanum, Ohio.
Well, that's just up the road.
Oh, yeah.
It's not far.
A little over 300 miles.
All right, let me ask you something. Do they have sweet tea and country ham there?
If you go to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, if you go to Cracker Barrel. So you got to go to Cracker Barrel to find it, right?
Right.
Okay. Now, I have an actual question that I ask all the ladies at the Tri-5 event.
Okay.
Now, he might be a little young to know this, but we'll sneak it by him. In the beginning of hot rodding, if you watch any of the movies like American Graffiti or Hollywood Nights or any of those really cool old 50s movies,
Right.
the ultimate hot rod was a 32, 3, or 4 Ford. Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Then all of a sudden, the young people pushed them out of the way, and they made the 55, 6, and 7 Chevy the ultimate hot rod,
Right.
which it still is as of today.
Correct.
Why is that?
Because they're neat cars.
Well, there might be another reason or two.
Oh.
Oh, okay, now I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a
Age?
hint. No, it's not age. What was the ultimate entertainment back then?
Cruising.
And what else? Drive-in movie.
Oh. We didn't do that very much.
Well, you need to talk to him. See, I knew I would pick a nice lady here. The drive-in movie, if you've ever tried to go to the drive-in with your best girl in a 32 Ford, it ain't making it. I mean, you can barely put both your feet in the floor.
This is true.
But along came the 55, 6, and 7 Chevy to the young people.
Mm-hmm.
That was like taking a hotel room with 3 bedrooms and a bath to the drive-in movie. And they became very popular. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, see, we've cleared that up. Having fun here today so far?
Oh, yeah.
Meeting a lot of people?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
That's the beauty part of these events is you get to meet people from all over the world.
That's right.
Right, just a few minutes ago, I had a gentleman on here from Australia. He came to go to the Street Rod Nationals last week in
We were
Louisville.
there.
Did you?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, and then he came here, and he's just having a blast, and he's having fun. And I asked him, I said, why do all the people think just because you're from Australia, they think you're Crocodile Dundee? You know, he just got the biggest. He had fun. So we got a 55 Chevy, or what do we got?
Ours is red. The red one back here.
Honey, do you
55.
realize how many red ones
Oh,
there are here?
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Pretty.
Thank you.
Did hubby do that?
Yes. Yes.
Did he pay attention and get your input doing it?
I picked the color out. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well, he's a good husband then, huh?
Yeah.
Is this number 1 son?
No, this is number 3 grandson, but he's number
Wow,
1.
wow, grandson coming with. Well, I tell you what, buddy, you just found out some secrets on Grandma and Grandpa right here on Event Radio.
He was here last year with us.
Was he?
Yep.
Well, I tell you what,
Yeah.
we get the pleasure of doing every car event that comes into the city. We do all the events for Beach Bend. We do 26 multi-day events there every year, and we do everything else. We do all the Corvette stuff. We do lots of stuff, but we have more fun at the Tri-5 show probably than any of them because we get to cut up with people. We get to do what we want. Of course, we do that anyway.
It's okay. Don't you do that anyway?
But we do that anyway. You know, gosh, thank you for reminding me. Listen, lady, thank you so much for
Well, thank
playing
you.
with us, for being on Event Radio, for being at the Tri-5 event, for having fun, because that's what life's about.
That's right. People
Life's
need to
about
learn.
having fun. It's
Right.
it's a whole lot more fun to smile than it is to frown.
It sure is. It's easier.
There you go. And don't get caught in the drive-in in that car.
I won't.
Okay. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun. From the Tri-5 event, we are at the Convention Center. We haven't even made it to the racetrack yet, but we're at the Convention Center. We're meeting all the cool people that are here to have all the biggest amount of fun that they can have. You're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from the Tri-5 event, and leave it to the old guy here. I always run up on a superstar, and I've got my superstar buddy here that does everything that car-wise can be done. He knows what's cool. He buys them. He sells them. He uses them. And he's got his pretty wife taking pictures of him. I don't understand that at all. She ought to see you enough at home and not want a picture to remind her. Guys, my good friend, Mr. Curtis Butler, what are you doing?
Hey, Speedy, how's it going, buddy?
Let me tell you something. You've already got you're doing reality TV now. You're doing reality radio. I mean, I feel like Ned the First Reader next to you, buddy.
Hey, feels good.
Does it really?
I like it. Love what we do.
Now you've turned into concert promoter. Gosh, what do you not do?
Hey, I like doing it all wide open.
Well, you do it all wide open. And you know what's really sickening to me? You do it all well.
Well, thank you very much.
You
Coming from you, Speedy.
Well, that's all right, buddy.
That's
You
awesome.
got a drop dead gorgeous 55 Chevy that is absolutely beautiful. It's on the point here at the Convention Center, and it should be
wonderful.
I mean, it should be. Out of all the cool cars that come to this event, you got one of the show dogs. There's no doubt about it. But that's just one claim to fame, bud. You do it all.
We have rushed all week to get this thing done. I got some new shoes and stuff put on at Spivey, and this thing's been on a rack waiting on parts, this, that, and the other, and we all got it done. We got it all done yesterday, and I'm just really glad to be here, and we have busted our rear ends this week trying to get this thing done, and it's finally done.
Well, it's done. It's gorgeous. Guys, we're going to take a picture or two of this thing, and we will flip it behind this interview, because this one is one not to miss. This one, if you come to Tri-5, you look for the two-door sedan, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to call it Marina Blue, but it's close. I don't know. Has tan interior that will knock your eye out, but it's a hot rod. It's got a roll bar. It's got a supercharger. It's got wheels on the back wider than my belly, and believe me, this thing is a showstopper. Big dog, and my friend, I would never expect any less out of you.
Definitely. I'd like invite everybody out, especially local or out of town. Definitely come out and check out the Tri-5s. There are some beautiful cars here, guys, and great people. Can't ask for any better people being out here. Everybody's like family.
Well, there you go, guys. I can't help myself. I've got to introduce you to my buddy that's a celebrity, and come by. He might do you an autograph for less than $20. I don't know whether he would or not. Usually gets paid. But
hey, we're giving away free T-shirts this weekend.
Are you really?
Yes, Butler Motorsports.
Butler Motorsports T-shirts. God. Well, see, if you just had Omar the tent maker make one, then I could get one. But that's okay. I understand. Guys, the one and only Mr. Curtis Butler, the guy that has one of the most beautiful 55 Chevys that you will ever see at this event. It's on the point at the Convention Center. Run on down and check it out. He is a cool guy. He is my buddy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just too much fun at the Tri-5 event. We're at the beginning of it at the Convention Center. We're going to get wild and crazy, and the fun police are going to be chasing us before the day is over, and I hope they don't catch us. You're on Event Radio. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series.
Black Diamond.
features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back from the Tri-5 event. We're at the convention center, and just at the entrance coming in, I meet a new friend, and really a cool guy. What is your name, sir?
Jerry Vonderheit.
Jerry, and you said you're from Illinois. Where?
Brighton, Illinois.
Where's Brighton? Where's that?
About 15 miles northeast of Alton.
That don't help me.
Alton is across the river from St. Louis.
All right, now we're getting there, buddy. My GPS is flying now. I'm really doing good. But we're talking a lot, and we get to a subject, guys, that he and I have very much in common. A long time ago, and I went to a Good Guys thing, and there was a 32 Ford, and I wanted that car so bad I couldn't stand it. I couldn't afford it, but I wanted it. And there's a million 32 Fords, but there was only that one that I wanted. You had a similar experience.
Yes.
And what year was that car?
38 Chevy Coupe.
But you wound up with yours.
Oh, yeah.
And you showed me pictures, and you wound up with this pretty lady as your wife. How long have you been married to her?
51 years.
Boy, she puts up with a lot. No, I'm just playing. But she showed me the car, and you wound up painting it the color she picked. And you guys do that together. And she's a car gal.
Right.
And how important is that in your life? A lot?
Yes, it is, yeah.
But because you do get along.
She understands what I'm about.
That's right. And you enjoy the same things.
Yeah.
And one of the things, guys, if you're listening to this show, which I hope you are, if you're not, you don't even know what we're saying. But one of the things that's so cool that we talked about on this 32 Ford, this Chevy relationship, is going through life and never saying, I wish I had.
Right.
That's the worst thing in the English language to me.
If you're going to do it, do like the pickers do. If you see it, buy it.
That's right. Because if you say, I wish I had, that means you missed something.
Right.
That means you live this life as we all do, and you try to live it the best way you can. But if you've got regrets, that's bad.
No regrets.
I agree with you. And my regret, of course, is missing the 32 Ford. I'm really fortunate. I got a girlfriend that likes your wife, that likes cars, that likes hot rods, has been involved in them and all that kind of stuff. And it makes it a lot more fun to go on the ride. You know what I mean?
It makes it fun when you go to a car show or cruise and your car is kind of dirty, needs touched up.
Yeah.
And she gets out and takes care of it.
Well, now she ain't supposed to be your nursemaid now.
No, it's she does it.
But let me tell you, she does it because she wants to be a part of it.
And
I know where you're coming from. I cut up and play with you, but I know exactly where you're coming from. And that's what love is, guys. That's what love is caring enough about the other person's wants and dreams, evidently, as she has, to hang out with you for 51 years.
And you try to make them come true.
And you try to make them come true, and you do it together.
Right.
That's what's cool. That's the coolest thing on the planet. Here it is, 100 degrees. You guys are out here sitting under a tree in 2 chairs, but you're having as much fun with each other as the guys that are in the convention center sipping wine.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as the wine, but
yeah.
But still, you're having a good time because you're doing it together.
Right.
And there's no regrets. There's no saying, I wish I had spent that day with you when that time comes, because it will come.
Yes.
There'll be a time one or the other of you will be left alone. And the worst thing about that would be to say, I wish I had of. And you don't, and my hat is off to you, sir. I never knew you. I never met you, but I admire you very much.
Live every day like it's your last.
Well, you never know, it might be. You know,
sir.
the people, unfortunately, that in their lives today had plans for tomorrow. They had plans.
Some make it, some don't.
Some make it, some don't. But the cool thing, guys, is like the 32 Ford or the Chevy Coupe or whatever it is in this world that you really want, don't ever say, I wish I had. That's a bad thing.
Right.
Now, the big question here in this whole interview, in your part of Illinois, do they know what country ham and sweet tea are?
Yeah.
Really? You know what that is?
I don't drink tea, but I know what country ham is.
Well, you're all right. You halfway there, bud. You halfway there. I bet the sweet lady knows what it all is.
Oh, yeah.
See? There you go. She'll teach you one of these
She's
days.
a country gal.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. I got one of them, too. Mine is, too. I'm learning about cows. I'm learning about all the stuff that, I have figured out that, you know why you have cows? Cows make milk. Milk makes ice cream.
Right.
That's why you
cream.
got to have ice cream. Mine does, too. My friend, thank you for being on Event Radio. Thank you for taking the time, for letting me talk you into doing this, because it is fun. We introduce you to a lot of people. You're at the Tri-5 event, which is a huge event. You got the best seat in the house with the prettiest lady here to sit and watch them all come in here. How much better could life be than that?
It doesn't get any better.
Not a bit. Guys, you are on Event Radio. We're having more fun than the law allows. We're at the Convention Center at the beginnings of the Tri-5 event, one of the coolest events that goes on in this city. I bet you were us. Don't go anywhere. You'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back from the Tri-5 event at the Sloan Convention Center. And, buddy, we got the man that, daggone it, if you come to this event, you sure better behave, because he is the head man. He is my friend, the #1 sheriff in the state of Kentucky. I don't know, whatever awards that they give for his position, if he hasn't won it, it hasn't been done. He is the Warren County Sheriff. He is my good friend and has been for a lot of years. He's a guy that had the coolest 57 Chevrolet I've ever ridden in my life.
Black convertible.
Black convertible, the one and only. Mr. Peanut Gaines, how are you, sir?
Doing just fine there, Spivey.
Well, now we're having fun, ain't we, bud?
Oh, well, you're having fun in all these fancy cars.
You like them, I know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is it. Now, the Hot Rods was here, what, a couple, 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks ago.
But they ain't nothing like these right here.
Yeah, you know the answer to my question. Now, I'm going to ask, and I ought to get Janice over here and make her answer it, too. But we'll talk about it in a minute. But you had the coolest 57 Chevy on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Black car, black convertible, 2 4s, 4-speed.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what would you give to have that in back?
Ooh. Man, I seen that one Holly had purchased and what they give for it, and mine was actually slicker than that.
Oh, listen, yours was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I got to ride in that car, and I loved that car.
Oh, it was.
And nice. I always wanted a car like that, but I never did have one.
I'd love to see it today.
Yeah, I bet. And it's here somewhere probably. It may be at this event. You never know.
It might be. I'll look around here in a minute. But so many 55s. Look how slick they are.
Oh, listen, you see the best of the best at this event. I mean.
You know, of course, I've been beach spinning all my life, but this here is something they started, 2-3 years ago?
2 years ago. Last year was the first year.
And this is really, really nice. If people in Bowling Green just need to come out and see them, you just walk through here.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to spend a bunch of money or nothing. They can come over to. They come to Convention Center and sit down and look at them and check them out. And the people are so friendly.
Oh yeah,
we've had a lot of them on this show. We started this show last year by the Convention Center by doing it here, and then we progress on to the racetrack as the weekend goes on. But as far as you and the police department, Bowling Green has turned into Car City just about.
It is, and I've told people this, and I'm serious about this. You know the track they have up at the Corvette plant.
Yes, sir.
That could get to be bigger than the Kentucky Derby.
It really could, because it's a worldwide thing.
It's a worldwide thing, and there's more cars than there are horses.
Yeah, well, there are. Really. I don't know that they're any cheaper to feed, though.
Cheaper to feed,
no.
but I'm trying to say that could be one of the biggest things, and we've got Beach Bend, beautiful Beach Bend out there.
Well, of course, Beach Bend is the most beautiful drag strip.
Going, and it's one of the oldest ones, and Dallas keeps it maintained, and it's just something to see. And
only racetrack I've ever been to with air-conditioned bathrooms.
That's right. It's fixed up. Oh, and I don't know what's wrong with Dallas. He had that done because you know how tight he is.
I know. Yeah. He was just following in your footsteps. That's what it was.
But really, Bowling Green is the car city, and you see these cars them little cars around like there's one down there in front of the lobby of the hotel. And they have horses in Louisville.
Yeah.
We got cars down here, Corvettes. And
Well,
like
this is Corvette City, USA.
That's right.
That's
It
what
really
this is. And that sort of put us on the map. And then everybody sort of figured out how cool it was to be here.
That's
and,
right.
and how cool the events were here. And so they joined in. And
joined
the Tri-5 show
Uh-huh.
is probably, given a couple of years, may even surpass the Hot Rod Reunion. You know?
I think it will. Cause
Listen, there's a lot of now. I've asked everybody else. Now you're an old hot rod guy. You're a friend. Back when we were kids, the ultimate hot rod was the 32 3 or 4 Ford. Tommy
right.
Lloyd had one. It was just a killer.
Yeah.
All right.
Forward and everything. It was
Then,
sharp.
as time went on, the young people graduated to the 55, 6, and 7 Chevys.
That's right.
They became the ultimate hot rod.
Mm-hmm.
You have any idea why that was?
I guess it just kind of moves on, as you get older. And
Well, not really. Now you smart fella. Now you
now
you are the high sheriff. Now hold it. You got to listen to this.
Uh-huh.
What was your activity when you were that age that was more fun than anything else?
Just riding that car
And
racing.
drive-in movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you got to take your best girlfriend. In a 32 Ford, you could barely get your feet and her feet
That's
both
right.
in the
That's-
floor.
that's right.
But in the 55, 6, and 7 Chevy, that was like going to the drive-in
That
in
was
a house
going
with
to
3
the-
bedrooms and a bath.
There
you know?
go. It really was.
Yeah.
And you got so many. Like that turquoise Chevrolet I'm looking at. Dickie Ogles had a 57.
Roy Orbison
color.
bought that.
That was that color and was sharp. The turquoise car was back in those days. 57. That was a. You could get that on a car you bought. 4-door,
I know.
2-door, whatever you had.
Well, Roy Orbison bought that one, and they got drunk and turned it over.
That's
Dickie
what I
told me.
understand. Uh-huh.
And Dickie had a 40 Ford, too, that Roy Orbison bought. He bought 2 of his cars.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh.
And the 40 Ford burned up in his house when the house fire. But I had Dickie on here, and that was sort of when cars were really fun to us.
It was fun, and of course you got these cars here now, and these people here sitting here enjoying their car. These expensive cars.
This makes a Mercedes cheap, buddy.
Right. Now, you know what they bring for now? You could buy back in the other days when it's new. You could purchase a small farm.
A big farm.
A big farm.
A
yeah.
big farm.
But right now there's some sharp cars, and I'm just glad to be out here, and I'm glad to come to Bowling Green. Like I said, this is the second year, and Miss Eileen, she's brought them kind of together. The meanest woman in the southeastern United States.
Well, you know what? Last year, let me tell you something,
Because
Peanuts.
she keeps them straight.
Well, let me tell you about Miss Eileen. Last year, I did a show at the same time we did it at Rooster's Restaurant.
Uh-huh.
And we had 470-some cars out there. It's a wonder we hadn't caused you a traffic jam.
Ooh.
But in that show, we had everybody, that female that was on it, got to call in and vote which one was going to be my date.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, Miss Eileen won that. She had 4,700 votes.
4,700. Well,
And
she's ready now.
Well, she's still on me wanting to know when we're going to go on our date.
There you go.
So I may have to
You
either.
may have to take her up on that.
I may have to, buddy. Well, I if I need a sheriff as a chaperone, would you do that?
I might even come chauffeur you.
All right, buddy, that would be good. My good friend, guys, and absolutely no doubt, the coolest law enforcement officer I have ever known in my life. He is fair. He is honest. He is straight as a string, and he does his job, guys.
Well, thank you.
He
Thank
does
you.
his job.
Thank you.
And I've never gotten in trouble. I'm going to say this up in front because I was a wild dog.
You've been a good boy.
Well, yeah,
You've
right.
Been a good boy.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
I never got a ticket in my life I didn't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
I never did. I never really tried to talk my way out of one because I always earned them.
Uh-huh.
You know. But my good friend here has always helped me, and I got to publicly thank him for something. My wife passed away a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
She elected to have her funeral service at a town 25 miles away from here.
Mm-hmm.
At her funeral service, because her dad was a big politician in Butler County, every branch of law enforcement, including the CIA, was at that funeral.
Mm-hmm.
My good friend that I have on the radio right now furnished me a police escort from that city to this city.
We brought her back home.
We brought her back home, and thanks to my friend, thank you so much for everything, Peanuts, you have ever done for me.
Yeah.
Thank you for being my friend forever. If I ever have the chance of getting a ticket and you don't give it to me, I'll kick your butt because I'll earn it. I'll earn it,
All
and
right,
I don't
Spivey,
want no favoritism.
Spivey, you've been good, and you've promoted the hot rods and this here for Bowling Green, and people need to be, merchants really need to be thankful to you for what all you've done.
Oh, well, a blind hog finds an acorn every once in a while.
That's right, he sure does.
All right.
And that's a 55 over making all that noise trying to override us.
Yeah, well, we're not going to give him a ticket for all that racket.
No.
We're going to let him make a little noise.
Let him make the noise. That'd be fine. Spivey, enjoyed you having me on here, and come back and let me go. We'll talk again sometime.
Hey, buddy, it is my pleasure. Guys, we are at the Convention Center Tri-5 event 2016, the absolute coolest event that's going to go on in this city. We got the man with us. We're riding in the golf cart. We're in a sea of the most beautiful cars in the world. And doggone, there's a pretty girl or two here, too.
Oh, there's some good
yes, sir. You're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, you're back from the Tri-5 show, Sloan Convention Center, Bowling Green, Kentucky. We're going to Beach Bend tomorrow. But I absolutely went in the Convention Center. Inside there, they have vendor booths, and they have all kinds of cool stuff, jewelry and car stuff, and all kinds of great stuff. I walk in there, and I meet the sweetest lady. I'm sitting there rubbing up like an old dog, like an old sheepdog. I'm sitting there rubbing up against the wall to scratch my back because it's itching. And she said, "Sugar, you want me to do that for you?" And I said, "Boy, would you do that?" And she's got some really cool fingernails. And my girlfriend won't get mad at you for doing it. Don't worry, because she knows how much I really like that. But she took the time to at least scratch my itch. And I got to introduce you to you. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Angel Fluker.
Angel, where in the world are you from, darling?
I am born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, I like Knoxville. I really like Knoxville, Tennessee.
It's a nice place.
Oh, it is. There's a lot of nice people there. And I think I was in jail there. No, I was just playing. I wasn't in jail there. I visited Knoxville. So you're selling a lot of jewelry.
Yes.
Cool stuff. Really pretty stuff.
Oh, thank you. I hand make it myself.
Do you really?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, I want to buy my girlfriend a piece of that while I'm here. I'm going to. But when they come in the convention center, they come to the door to the right, guys, the double doors that take you into the exhibition hall.
That's correct.
When you go through the doors, you stop. You just make it a point to stop at that very first booth on the right. And you meet this nice lady because she is a champ, buddy. I'm telling you. She took care of the old fat guy and actually, really, I mean, made me feel really good because I was itching. My back was itching so bad from being out here in this heat and hot and everything else. And I guess she felt sorry for me up there rubbing up against the wall, or she thought I was going to rub the paint off. I'm not sure which one it was.
I thought I could help you.
Well, lady, you did help me. And guys, trust me, you need to never go anywhere to a car event without taking your special lady something home.
That's
you
right.
should always do that. Don't be a sheep-killing dog your whole life. Make sure you do something nice for the lady that is so special in your life.
That is
and
right.
we all have one of those. I have one. She's probably got a boyfriend or something. You know, if she doesn't, boy, she sure could easily because, man, she's a nice lady. But make sure you stop at her booth, buy some jewelry. It's really cool. It's really pretty, and I'm going to buy my girlfriend a piece of it just because she was so nice to me.
Oh,
but
thank you.
we want you to come and have a good time at the Tri-5 event. We want you to come inside the convention center and meet this lovely lady.
I would love to meet you, too.
The Knoxville Flash.
That's right. It's me.
What's cool to do at Knoxville?
Oh, go to Gatlinburg.
No, you're leaving Knoxville to go to Gatlinburg, darling.
But it's fun around football time.
Is it?
Yes. I love UT football.
Oh, so you're a football fan.
Yes.
Do you got UT jewelry?
No.
Okay. All right. All right. What's the most popular piece of jewelry you sell?
Necklace sets and bracelets.
Is there one in particular that you think is just drop-dead gorgeous?
Oh, they're all drop-dead gorgeous.
Well, I know they are. I saw part of them. But you had me feeling so good scratching my back. Couldn't see them all. But I'm going to go back in and look.
Okay.
I will walk you back in the building because you were gracious enough to come out and get in the golf cart and do this little interview, and I appreciate it so much. But I want to walk back in there, and I want you to find me what you think is the most special piece for a most special girl.
I can do that.
Can you do that for me?
I can.
Hey, and you know what's cool about people from Knoxville?
What's that?
You know what sweet tea and country ham is.
Yes, our favorite.
Yeah, all right. Guys, we are at the Tri-5 Show, Sloan Convention Center, Bowling Green, Kentucky. This is one of the coolest events that goes on in this city, and we're bringing it to you just right from the beginning all the way through the end. And trust me, guys, come in, see this sweet lady, buy some of her stuff, and, you know, that might even let you find somebody to give it to. Man, you got something cool like that.
Yes.
There you go.
Come and see me.
Come and see her. Guys, you're on Event Radio, live at the Tri-5 event. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we're back from the Tri-5 event. And like every event at Event Radio, we always save the best for last. We seem to do that. And I've got a gentleman on here joining me that I had the pleasure of meeting last year. Super, super nice gentleman. He's from Huntsville, Alabama. We won't hold that against him. He even works for NASA. We won't hold that against him. Got a 55 Chevy. Won't hold that against him. Got a beautiful wife. We won't hold that against him. He even knows what country ham and sweet tea is.
That's right.
We won't hold that against him. So I guess we just got to thank him for coming and not hold anything against him. My good friend, Mr. Tyrone Jenkins. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
Well, you know, I mean, a blind hog finds an acorn every once in a while.
That's right. That's right.
This event is going to be bigger than last year.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, guys, if you're a drag race fan, and Mr. Jenkins informed me that a guy named Ernie Duckett, that an old funny car guy, a great guy from Huntsville, has passed away. And Godspeed, my friend. Hope all of the lights are green. And I hope that everything about the new life, whatever it is the best or more than you ever expected.
Amen.
So tell me about what's happening down there in Rocket City.
Same old thing. Bunch of car shows going on and working on these 57s and stuff. Bought my wife a 57.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to finish my gasser and hopefully get hers running.
All right, was that an excuse to buy her something cool, or what was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. Does he need an excuse to buy you something cool? I wouldn't think so. No, he doesn't. That's right. We got to take care of these girls. Girls are pretty neat.
Oh, you're right.
You got to say hi to mine.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that? You said hi.
Nice. That's
that was
nice.
cool. See,
Yeah.
I thought enough of you to hand you the phone and say hi. See?
Brenda.
Yeah, I want to say hi for all our friends there, you know,
That's
so
right.
we all know each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a cool thing. You going to have fun this time?
Oh, yeah. Always do.
Looking forward to it.
Always looking forward to it every year.
Are you going to stand in the hamburger line or whatever it is?
No.
Wow.
No.
I tell you what, you would think they were passing out fillets over there or something, and instead it's hamburgers and stuff.
I know, it's like 400 or 500 people in line.
Oh, there is. There's a lot of people here already. This event is going to grow, guys, into the biggest event probably that goes on in the city. We always thought it was Hot Rod Reunion. It is not. It is going to be this one.
Yeah, I talked to Chris, and he said something they're expecting 2,000 or more.
2,000 cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gotten bigger every year so far.
It has.
They
Well,
got-
listen, you know, I'm glad to see you. I hate to admit it, but I probably enjoyed your interview more than any I did all last year because we had fun, and then you were so nice to me to give me the coin. And
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Listen. I mean, buddy, I don't think that I have a thing in my office that I cherish any more than that. And it's just so cool. It's unreal. And the fact that you thought enough of me to give it to me, I thank you. Thank you.
Anytime, Speedy. Anytime.
Well, listen, my friend, we got to actually get out of here. And I know that she tells me I can't keep you very long. So I do behave. I know how to act, you know.
Oh, I know.
I try.
Yeah.
Don't always get it done.
We'll see you this weekend.
Well, we'll be around. And one thing about it, you can always send the fastest mode available to get me. I mean, if you send a shuttle after me, I'm going to work. I ain't riding that thing.
No.
I ain't riding it. Now, I'm telling you.
The takeoff's fine, but the landing might be a little rough.
Okay, all right. Guys, the one and only, my good friend, Mr. Tyrone Jenkins, Huntsville, Alabama. NASA extraordinaire. How about, what else do I need to tell them? I mean, do you win wars and save countries on the side, or what else do you do?
No, that's about it.
So I hit it pretty close.
That's right.
My friend, thank you for being here. Thank you for making my day to let me have you on Event Radio again. And take care of that pretty woman.
Oh, I sure will.
You take care of yours, I'll take care of mine. How
That's
about
right.
that?
That's a deal.
Is that a deal?
Yes, sir.
Guys, the one and only, my good friend. We are here at Event Radio. We're having just too much fun. We're at the Convention Center. Tri-5 event in the beginning, 2016. And there is no telling what we will get into next. But we can rocket our way to it with my buddy here.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Guys, you're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
Well, guys, the Tri-5 show's in the books. Gosh, what a great event. This is going to be probably one of the premier events that ever comes to Bowling Green, Kentucky. We have had such cool guests. We've had great guests. And, of course, closed it out with my buddy, Mr. Tyro Jenkins, who just happens to be head of the space program in Huntsville, Alabama at Redstone Arsenal. What a great man, a great guy. But that's the kind of people that come to car events. That's the kind of people that have hot rods. That's the kind of people that everybody thought were derelicts, but yet they turn out to be the true salt of the earth. So if you're a city leader and some of the hot rod guys want to have some things at your venue or your city, you stop and pay attention to them because you don't know who you're talking to. They know who they're talking to, but you don't know who you are talking to. Guys, this has been a great show. We never close our program without thanking our sponsors. Next to you, the listener, the most important people in our world. The great guys, Holley Performance. If you can't find a part for your hot rod at Holley, my friend, you do not have a hot rod. There is everything from Earl's Plumbing to Hooker Headers to Holley to Lenati. The hits just keep on coming, part of the Holley group. So just go to Holley.com. Call them, say, I need one of those, and they'll know what one of those is. Holley.com, guys, the place to go. The absolute coolest and best carburetor people on the planet. That's a pretty broad statement, but that's the way it is. The great guys at Quick Fuel Technologies, no doubt, the best carburetor builders in the free world. They are the best. What you get is a lot better than what you had to pay for. I guarantee you that. Event Radio will go to bat with them every day, anywhere, anytime. They are the dead level best. The great guys at Beach Bend Park, Beach Bend Raceway, and Beach Bend Splash Lagoon. Boy, I tell you what, you can't have much more fun than you can there. That is the place to spend a summer day, a winter day, or whatever day that you can get away. Beach Bend Park is a blast. There's so much to do there. The magic shows, Mr. Dinky Gowan, the guy that is the coolest magician in our area, and everything going on. The water park, plus the 26 multi-day events that Event Radio gets to spend at Beach Bend Raceway Park. It don't get much better than that, guys. If you've got a hot rod or if you don't have a hot rod and you're looking for somewhere to go and have fun, real simple. GearheadGazette.com is what you need to look for. Get on a computer. Jimmy B and the guys know who, what, when, and where of the best events that are on this planet. You will find them at GearheadGazette.com. Take a few minutes, scroll through the computer, look at the stuff they've got, friend them on Facebook, get them to be your deal where you like them, and they send you the notices of what's really cool going on, because you will find the coolest events on the planet at GearheadGazette.com. Last but not least, we at Event Radio thank you more than you know for listening to our shows. We hope that we bring you some of the color, some of the things, and we make you want to attend those events. We make you want to have fun at those events. We make you want to Be part of it instead of listening all about it. We're shooting ourselves in the foot because we appreciate you listening, but it's a lot more fun when you attend. So it's a cool deal. On behalf of my little buddy Brenda, I want to thank Miss Angel, the lovely lady that took me in and gave her a piece of handmade jewelry that she did out of Knoxville. She is a wonderful little gal. So nice to me. Everybody in the world was as nice as that little lady to somebody they didn't know. Our world would be a wonderful, wonderful place. Guys, thank you for listening to the Tri-5 Show. 55, 56, 57 Chevys are where it's at. But right now, this is where they're at. Thanks for listening, and we will talk again.
You've been listening to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you heard about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Join us next time with your hosts, Spivey Williams and Terrible T Guy.